Hmm. So, her real name is Lady Goblin. Fascinating.
So, any ideas for the new review?
No, the only thing I can think of is that I need to stop listening to bad pop music.
Right, I understand. Yeah, Skyrim didn't give me any ideas either. I'm telling you, I have no idea how it is people review video games.
Yeah. Hey, could you move your pile of coats here, man? It's kind of in my way.
Yeah, sure. I don't remember putting them here in the first place. What the heck is that?
I think the bestiary said it's some sort of ragamuffin.
Oh, right. Made from the latent energy left over in my coats after they were drained. That makes sense. Oh my gosh. Do you know what this means?
What?
We have 3 people to review Settlers of Catan with.
Hey, that's great!
I want your disease. I want your everything as long as it's free. I want your love. Love, love, love. I want your love. I want your drama, the touch of...
The Settlers of Catan is a fun, fast-paced game with a lot of replayability to it. It's easy to learn, easy to pick up, and it has a ton of strategic components to it. Oh, also, dice!
Because the board is set up randomly every game, the strategy is always different. Where in one game, a particular resource could be quite plentiful, in another game, it can be nearly non-existent.
Generally speaking, the Settlers of Catan is the first Euro game that people play, and is usually the game that introduces people to the idea of games outside the family game night tree of games.
Oh, that's a concise and precise explanation that does not require any amount of expounding whatsoever.
You'd think that, wouldn't you? The Settlers of Catan is a multiplayer board game designed by Klaus Tuber and was first published in 1995. In the game, players play as settlers trying to build colonies on the island of Catan. As the game goes on, players gain victory points trying to be the first to 10 points. The players gather brick, ore, wool, grain, and lumber, and use these resources to build. In the expansions, gold, paper, coin, and cloth were added to the original 5 resources to allow the players to build new and interesting extras. The Settlers of Catan truly is one of the great games of our time, though, so you should check it out. And hopefully that explains it to you.
Yep, sure does.
It's called editing.
Wait, you can see it too? Even the ragamuffin can see it and I can't. Well anyway, while you guys were doing that, I was setting up the board.
Alright, well, let's determine who goes first.
Okay, well in order to determine who goes first, you actually have to take the individual...
I got a 4.
I will do it your way. You and your dice. I got a 6. Okay, well that's a 12, so Ragman goes first.
Alright, so Ragman, you get to place first. That'll work, I guess. And now it's your turn, because play proceeds clockwise.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and place my settlement right here by the ore and the brick.
Alright. And now I get to place my settlement. I'll place it here, with my road going this way toward those harbors. Now, play wheels back around, so I get to place mine again. I'm going to place mine there, with a road going off that way, giving me access to that harbor, thus ensuring me harbor master.
Isn't that from an expansion?
Get it? Aw, crap.
Okay, well, since I can't place directly adjacent to my spot, I'm gonna go all the way over here so I have access to these sheep right here, thus ensuring no one else can build on that 11.
Alright, and Ragman, you get to place your final settlement. Okay, and now where's your road going? Ragman, it has to go along. Okay. At the beginning of each player's turn, that player rolls the dice. Depending on whatever number is rolled, one of the 5 resources is produced.
I don't think this shot quite works.
Oh? Why not?
I think we need to trade ore and brick.
Alright.
Let's try that again.
At the beginning of each player's turn, that player rolls the dice. Depending on whatever number is rolled, one of the 5 resources is produced.
Oh yeah, trading makes everything better. So, what happens when you roll a 7? I don't see a 7 anywhere on the board.
Oh, that means the bandit appears.
Bandit? Ah!
Okay, Ragman. You see, when the bandit appears, he tries to steal a resource from you. Ragman, I'm not dying this season. That joke is old. So, as the game goes on, you gain more and more resources, allowing you to build either roads, settlements, cities, or development cards.
Well, that's great and everything, but I don't think I'm going to have enough resources to build anything this turn.
That's okay, that's why there's trading.
Oh, right. Hey, I'll trade you these 3 markers for your potent artifact ritual dagger.
Okay.
Awesome. That, plus my scroll from earlier, allows me to build this wizard hat. You can tell it's a wizard hat. It has a point on it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sometimes you'll desperately need a resource, and for some reason or another, the other players are completely unwilling to trade with you. I'll trade you my copy of Skyrim for one of your D6s.
Never!
In those cases, there's always the option of trading 4 of any one resource for one of any other resource, using the maritime trade rule. And as an added bonus, if you manage to get a settlement or city by a port, you can gain even more beneficial trades, such as 3 for 1, and occasionally even 2 for 1 trades.
So, I've thought about it. I'll trade you these shiny, shiny D6 beads for all of time and space.
Done. Mine.
Now, Catan, like many other great games, has a lot of expansions to it, or as you digital gaming types like to call it, DLC. All this one requires is a D12 and the base game of Catan. What you do is you roll the D12 as opposed to the 2 6-sided dice. Whenever you roll a 1 or a 7, you move the bandit. This way, all of the numbers have the same probability of coming out. Yes, it alters probability. It's real fun. It's like if I were to throw these markers, these 6-sided dice, and this cell phone into this toaster, and get the hurt. Huh, that gets you 10 points there, Ragman. Very good, I think you win the game. And that's the Settlers of Catan. It's a great game. And you know what, Ragman? You won. Just as we had anticipated.
Alright, minion of death. Why are you here? Who sent you? What did you come for? Oh no, don't try that old I'm not a minion of death ploy. We can see right through you. Okay. The Gargoyle of Truth hasn't consumed his lies with fire yet. Robot Don Quixote didn't come to life and stab him for his falsehoods, and the Crystal Rose hasn't wilted from the stench of his evil.
Well, I don't know about you, but with all that, I think he's clean.
Yeah, I'd have to say so.
So, Ragman, about that whole accusing you of being a minion of death thing.
Yeah, sorry, that was our bad.
On the plus side, though, welcome to the show!
Way on the crowd, we're coming out. Got my flesh on it too. Need that picture of you, it's so magical. We'd be so fantastical. Leather and jeans, garage glamorous. Not sure what it means, but this photo will buzz it. Don't have a price.
So, we made it through an entire Settlers of Catan review without making one single I've got wood for sheep joke.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised too. So hey, this Traders and Barbarians expansion for Catan, what does this actually have in it?
Well, it has the Great River expansion, the Harbor Master expansion, the Traders and Barbarians expansion, of course, and The two-player expansion, I do believe.
Oh, so there's a two-player variant? Wait a minute, there's a two-player variant?
Yeah.
Why didn't we just play that in the first place?